Hello, this is All Is Found, Chapter 2. We're going to be looking at the accompaniment. It's mostly left hand, a little bit of right hand as well. So I'm going to do it bit by bit, starting at the introduction. It goes like this. So, left hand, we've got a shape that we're going to be using a lot. We're going to be moving around the keyboard, so get used to this shape. It's a little bit of a stretch, but hopefully not too much for you. I've got finger 5 on A, that's the lowest A on the keyboard. Little stretch, finger 2 plays E, and another stretch, thumb, finger 1, is going to play the next A. So I'm going 5, 2, 1. And when I've played the notes, I'm going to just keep them down, so build up a chord. Now as I play with my thumb, my right hand is going to do B, C. A quick B and then straight to C. There's a little pause, and then we go. So this time as my thumb hits A, I go C, D, E. Okay, that's our introduction. Then the first verse starts, and this is what happens. So this is going to be the pattern that we'll be playing throughout the first verse. I'm going 5, 2, 1, 2, 5 with my hand in that same starting position, A and E. Then we're going to move along to D, the middle note is A. Then move along again, moving up in pitch to F with C as the middle note. Then down to C. And there's a G. All right, so your hand is moving up and down, but look how my fingers are staying in the same position relative to each other. So the pattern is A, D, F, C, like this. Then this happens. So I've got a D again, D, A, D. But I don't do the full pattern, I just do 5, 2, 1, and then I'm going to move along. Play the single note E, and I'm bouncing finger 5 along, and then to F. And we do a full pattern on F. And then we go down to a low G, and just play a single note G. And then we've got the end of the verse, the transition into the second verse. And I'm going to show you that in a second. But first of all, I'll just put together what I've just been doing with the melody. Now watch this. My absolute favourite part of the whole tune. So, what have I done? Well, first of all, the melody, we landed that way previously. So what we're going to do is play those exact same notes, but instead of playing this last note A with finger 2, you're going to get finger 5 down there. The reason you need to do that is your thumb has to get all the way down to the next A. This. So let's break that down. So my right thumb is on A, my left thumb is on G, my left 2 is on E, and my left 5 is on the lowest A on the keyboard. So here it goes. I'm going left 5, left thumb, right thumb, left 2, right thumb, left thumb, right thumb. Of this is left hand E, A to E. The other note should be a little bit lighter if you can. Okay, now if you find this really, really tricky, don't worry, it's not absolutely essential. You can just do that. times and then a single A. Verse 2. As you know, the melody, the right hand, is just the same as it was in verse 1, but I've changed what we do with the left hand. When you've got a song with two verses back to back, it's usually a good idea to make a little change in how the music is played, in the accompaniment, to keep it interesting. It could be just the same again. We could do just the same again, but I like to make it a little bit interesting. So instead of doing the stretchy version, we're going to do a little broken chord. So it's the same pattern. We're still going to follow A, D, F, C, and so on. But this time we're going to play like that. Okay, so I've got fingers 5, 3, and 1, and the pattern I'm doing is 5, 1, 3, 1. Now, I will give you an option because some people can't really ever get comfortable with those fingers. Your option will be 4 and 2 and 1. Okay? Some people are more comfortable with that. I'm going to show with 5 and 3. Swap for 4 and 2 if that's your preference. Not a fan of 3 and 2 and 1. You end up playing like that, which is not good technique. And I'm even less a fan of the pigeon style, 2, 3 and 4. Don't ever want to see that. So let's go with 5, 3, 1. Okay, so the pattern's 5, 1, 3, 1, repeat. And then our second chord D is a D major, so the middle note is F sharp. Moving up to F. Notes are F, A, and C. Down to C, C, E, and G. Then we have the short D. This time it's a D minor, so instead of F sharp, it's an F natural, the white key F. What happened there? Well, I did just 5, 1, 3, and then a single note E leading up to my next chord F. And I do 5, 1, 3, 1, 5. Just like the first verse, a single G, and then I will do 2, 3, stop there. Okay. Now there's something else that's going to happen when we get there, but I'm going to do that from the start up until that point with both hands. Introduction. So that's the extra little bit there that I just played. C, D, E, while holding down there. Now, I nearly forgot the first time. I got there just in time to get finger 5 on that last day to do my clever little middle bit. So instead of that the second time, I've got... Alright, so the timing is, your left hand is going 5, 1, 3, 1, 5, 1, and as it does 3 the second time, we're going... I'm holding, hanging on to that A in the melody, if you can, okay? And again, that's an option. It's an extra little bit. So then we move on to the bridge. This is the point where I hit the dual button. Is what's happening with the melody. So we're going to continue playing the same pattern that we've just been doing with our left hand. It's different because we have an extra sound. It's different also because we have a new chord sequence. So this time it starts on F, moves down to C, along to D minor, that means it's F, not F sharp. Then we have a new chord, B flat. So that's B flat with finger 5, 3 is on D, thumb is on F. Okay, let's put that together with the right hand. So, what I'm doing here, to play that full pattern on that last chord, the next chord is F. It repeats, at least at first, it's the same chords as before. But it's a little tricky to do that F with your thumb and immediately follow it with 5. It also doesn't sound all that great, so what I'm going to do is just miss out that last little beat, and it gives me that time to get into position. And that leading note in the right hand gets a little space to play on its own. So then as the pattern changes, okay, so we're moving from F then I'm going to do this. So instead of playing broken chords, I'm now playing block chords. And that's a D major. Now you can just play it and hold it, or you can play counting the beats. I can't remember what I did first time. Whatever you want to do, whatever works for you. So I've got 5 on D, 3 on F sharp, 1 on A. And if you can hear a little clip clopping, it's my dog who's walking up and down the kitchen. I think she's a little restless to go out, so I'll need to stop in a minute and let her do that. Then we're moving along to the chord F minor. That's F, A flat, the middle of the 3 black keys, and C. That's 8 beats. And this is where our key change comes in. So the way I've decided to play this is to continue with that block chords, playing 4 beats in a bar. So we have a new chord sequence, which I'm going to show you now. The first one, B flat minor. Oh yeah. So finger 5's on F. It's just been playing on F, so that's helpful. Finger 2's on B flat. Thumb is on D flat. We're now talking in flats, because if you remember the key that we're playing in, B flat, flat is the language that we use. So in terms of the black keys, it's all flats, all right? So I've got F, B flat, D flat. Next chord is an E flat. So I'm going to keep the middle one. I'm going to keep finger 2 on B flat. My thumb is going to move up to E flat, and finger 4 is going to play the note G, the white key G. So that's that first change, E flat, B flat minor to E flat. Next chord is a G flat major. So once more, this middle one stays the same. 4 is going to drop down to G flat, thumb is going to drop down to D flat. My next chord is a D flat major. So I've got my D flat, I need F, and I need A flat. Let's do that little sequence again. So we've got B flat minor, E flat, G flat, those 3, and D flat. Got it? We're nearly there. Next chord is an E flat minor, so everything has to change for this. 3 black keys, G flat, B flat, E flat, my final chord, G flat again. We've been here before, so all I'm changing from my E flat minor is the E flat changing down to D flat, and then I'll show you the end when I put the hands together. So here is our final verse. A flat way down there, the lowest on the keyboard. And then the right hand finishes on its own, a nice dramatic. And then we do this. So what's happening there? I'm holding that long note with my right hand on B flat. And it's just like the introduction, but of course we're now in the new key. So it's B flat, F, and another B flat. And I'm playing C and D flat with my right thumb and finger too. Okay, if you can stretch that. If not, you might have to let that top note go. But if you can, and then, so what's that? D flat, E flat, and I'm putting my thumb under to play F. And then to finish, beautiful big chord. So I've got my same 3 notes I've been playing with my left hand. B flat, F, another B flat, and I've got a C, a D flat, and an F. And I'm kind of rippling it from left to right, glissando, I think that's called. So I'm going like that. There you go. That's it. All right. Have lots of fun with that. Okay. And any more requests, write me a little message. And when I'm able, I'll be happy to do so. Okay. So that's for you, Mesa and Ilsa. Hope you enjoy it. And also anyone else. Have fun. Okay. Bye-bye.